This is the weekly wrap-up of the Trend Out Loud podcast. Mos Def takes shots at Drake and says that he is not real hip-hop and that his music belongs in shopping centers.
Like, is Drake hip-hop?
Drake is pop to me. In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping. Or it's you know, music, shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Diageo settles their racism lawsuit with Diddy. Combs and Diageo have now agreed to resolve all disputes between them, the two parties said in a statement released Tuesday. Diageo is now the sole owner of Ciroc Vodka and DeLeon Tequila, two brands Combs had promoted in the past and has no business relationship with Combs going forward. His money came from Ciroc and DeLeon, and for that to be completely now owned by Diageo and he's totally out the game, I feel like this news is an indication of what's to come, and Diddy knows that there's going to be criminal charges laid upon him, and he wants to get out while he can now. Drake fires back at Mos Def after Mos Def says that Drake isn't hip-hop. Drake got on his Instagram stories and made this post.
Hip-hop is a culture. It's a way of life, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk, break dancing, the rhymes, stage show.
R.Kelly owes a plaintiff $10.5 million and says he has no idea the lawsuit even existed because he, quote, can't read or understand words beyond that of a grade schooler. Kells maintained that if he knew about the lawsuit, he would have defended himself against it rather than allowing the lawsuit to take place. Niecy Nash wins big at the Emmys and delivers an amazing acceptance speech. Woo! I love me some Niecy Nash. Listen to my girl's acceptance speech.
And you know who I want to thank? I want to thank me for believing in me and doing what they said I could not do. Go on, girl, with your bad self. I accept this award on behalf of every black and brown woman who has gone unheard yet over-policed, like Glenda Cleveland, like Sandra Bland, like Breonna Taylor.
Donald Trump wins big at the GOP Iowa caucus and takes a lead of close to 52%. There's people out there that are like, Donald Trump, he's never going to win. Oh, look at all his lawsuits, whatever. Donald Trump has supporters that will follow him to hell and back.
Well, I want to thank everybody. This has been some period of time, and most importantly, we want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all. What a turnout, what a crowd. And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together, whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative. It would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world and straighten out the problems and straighten out all of the death and destruction that we're witnessing. That's practically never been like this. It's just so important, and I want to make that a very big part of our message. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, too. It's going to happen soon.
This is going to be a very, very interesting race, and I'm really interested to see the developments. All right, this brings us to quick news and story updates. Happy birthday to Aaliyah. Aaliyah would have been 45 years old today. Yo, I miss Aaliyah, man. Saweetie and YG have officially ended their relationship. Halle Bailey releases underwater pregnancy video and pictures. Yo, for 9 months, Halle hid her pregnancy from the world, and now that she delivered the baby, it's pictures and videos everywhere. This is ridiculous. Boosie Badass reveals upcoming wedding date with his fiance. Shout out to Boosie. Young Miami was spotted in Atlanta with her ex, Southside. I think Young Miami is doing this on purpose with her ex. I think her and Diddy are still together, but it will hurt her publicly, of course, ever even being seen with Diddy or being tied to him romantically. So I think she's going out with her ex to make people think that she's not with Diddy anymore. Congratulations to Rick Ross. Apparently, Rick Ross is the father of a baby girl. He hasn't announced it, but the baby mama has announced it. Shout out to the Canadian government. Drake's dad has finally been let back into Canada after being banned for 15 years. Update on Blueface's legal issues. Blueface will remain in jail till July 2024. I just want to keep it real. I didn't even know Blueface was in jail, and I do an entertainment podcast. I digress. Janet Jackson has announced her tour, and her special guest is going to be Nelly for you Janet Jackson fans out there. Drayman Green gets booed his first game back after suspension, and Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 has officially hit 1 million copies. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj. Nikki Haley says America has never been a racist country.
I'm a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town in South Carolina who became the first female minority governor in history.
Are you a racist party?
No, we're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Are we perfect? No. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then.
Kamala Harris thinks that her and Joe Biden can beat Donald Trump.
So are your concerns the same no matter who the Republican candidate is, the Republican nominee?
Well, let me just tell you this. No matter who the Republican nominee is, we're winning. We're winning.
You've seen the numbers, a lot. Do you think Donald Trump at this point is a foregone conclusion?
I don't know, but look, if it is Donald Trump, we've beat him before and we'll beat him again. When you, again, look at all of the issues that are at stake, including our standing in the world, I think that the people of America want more in terms of the outcome of this election and charting the course for the future of our country.
Do the Democrats have nothing at all to worry about? They could just sit down in the White House and it's okay. They're going to just win everyone's vote because, Donald Trump has all these criminal charges and they don't have anything to worry about. Or do you think Donald Trump poses a threat?
So I don't want to be overly rough on the president, but I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country. He's destroying our country.
Michelle Obama turned 60 years old today. My forever first lady, man. I love her. Barack Obama put a little message out on his Instagram today. Happy birthday to my better half, who happens to be one of the funniest, smartest, most beautiful people I know. Michelle, you make every day better. I can't wait to see what the new decade brings for you. I thought that was really sweet. Wyclef reveals that the Fugees are in the studio and we might have new Fuji music on the way.
Is there some new Fuji music in the making? Did y'all?
I mean, all I could do is I could tell you we definitely caught a big vibe.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That is the best music news I've heard in 2024. Pharrell debuts his men's Louis Vuitton fashion collection at Paris Fashion Week, and Pusha T and Deion Sanders' sons walk the runway. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see Pusha T modeling. I'm sorry. Blueface, that I reported on yesterday, who's going to be in jail till July 2024, gets on a call and says he loves being in jail.
I love it here. It's the only place you can fuck over and not go to jail for it, because I'm already in jail for it.
All right. 50 Cent apologizes to anyone he's ever offended and said he's ready to make money and not more. Anybody who follows 50 Cent knows that's not true. I predict there's going to be a new 50 Cent beef within the next 2 weeks. Shout out to 50. Do you guys remember last year when Snoop Dogg said he's giving up smoke and it turned out to be a joke, and he was really just advertising for like this campfire place? It was viral and everyone was like, oh my gosh, Snoop isn't smoking weed anymore.
I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing, but I'm done with it.
That clip got millions of people's attentions. It went viral, but that viral clip did not translate into sales for the camping company, and the CEO actually got fired yesterday for having that marketing campaign not turn into any sales. Torrei Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife, said that Katt Williams didn't only put her on his tour just to troll Kevin. He actually put her on his tour because they have been such good friends for the past 20 years. I don't believe this for 1 second. I know you guys have been friends for 20 years. I believe that part. But all of a sudden, Katt and Kevin are beefing, and now all of a sudden you're on his tour. Obviously, he's trying to get back at Kevin. Who are you trying to fool, Torrei? Anthony Anderson says that he wants to host the Oscars. This comes off of Anthony Anderson hosting the Emmy Awards. I didn't watch the Emmy Awards, but apparently from the few clips that I saw, he did a really, really good job. If you guys watched it, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that he did a good job. And this also comes because as a result of Kevin Hart saying that comedians should no longer host award shows. This also comes off of the backlash that Joe Coy got from hosting the Golden Globes a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, so Anthony Anderson is now really coming out there and saying, "Hey, you don't have to hire comedians. Hire me. I'll do the Emmys. I'll do the Oscars." Yo, shout out to Anthony Anderson. All right, this brings us to quick news. YG posts him and Saweetie dancing in his stories, and in the caption he writes, "The only block I'm trying to spin." It sounds like maybe YG was caught cheating or something. That's what it seems like to me. I'm just saying. A video of a woman fighting her former coworkers at a coffee shop in an Atlanta airport goes viral. R.Kelly's former manager says that he's lying and that R.Kelly can read. If you guys remember, I had this actual topic yesterday where R.Kelly is being sued for $10.5 million. And he said to the judge, the only reason why he didn't defend himself is that he couldn't read. And I told you guys yesterday that he was lying. And now this is confirmed by his former manager. Breonna Taylor's mom applauds Niecy Nash for honoring Breonna during her acceptance speech. I reported on this Monday and I told y'all that was an amazing speech. Shout out to Niecy Nash. And Doja Cat will be the first female to headline Coachella. Congratulations, Doja Cat. Jillian Michaels calls out Oprah Winfrey and claims that she's allegedly making money off of Ozempic sales. Janelle Michaels explains her concern about Oprah Winfrey's potential financial gain from the weight loss drug Ozempic. Michelle, known for her no-nonsense approach to fitness and health, believes that celebrities like Winfrey should not be considered as health experts. She urges people to research medications like Ozempic before considering their use. Jillian goes on to say, "I believe Weight Watchers bought a company that provides access to these drugs now that there is financial interest in drugs like Ozempic. I think it's important to put that out there right off the bat," she says. While a rep for Oprah Winfrey has not commented on her claims, Michael also did another interview with Fox News where she warned against using the drug and celebrities who keep promoting it.
You can never get off these drugs. If you do get off of them, all of the meta-analysis show us that you will gain all the weight back and then some, 2/3 of it within the first year. But now you've messed up your metabolism, you've lost muscle, you might be running the risk of all these side effects. So you're going to gain it back and then some and have lingering side effects. On top of that, let's say you're like, no, I'm staying on it forever. Really? Google Ozempic plateau. You will plateau on Ozempic. It will stop working. Right around the 18-month to 2-year mark, it's going to stop working. Now what are you going to do? Because now you're literally beholden to it. It's expensive. Insurance isn't going to cover it forever. Are you going to be on it forever? So we don't even know what this looks like 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road.
Kanye West is set to release a 40-minute long video apology to the Jewish community. I have been following Kanye since his downfall of the remarks to the Jewish community, his anti-Semitic remarks. And I am so interested to see if Kanye could rebuild himself back into the good graces. Hence why I'm reporting on this story. I'm very interested to see what he's going to say in this 40-minute long video, because if this video doesn't come across well, if it doesn't come across authentic, I think that this will be Kanye West's last chance to apologize to the Jewish community and just people in general. Are black men in Hollywood being emasculated and being forced to wear dresses? So this whole conversation started out with the Katt Williams interview when he was on Club Shay Shay, saying that he is not going to be an industry plant. He's not going to be one of these black men that have to wear a skirt to make it big by the Illuminati. Marlon Wayans, who is a black actor who has worn a dress in a movie, was on a podcast and he was asked what he thinks about this subject, and he had this to say.
What about the black man putting on a dress conversation?
You talking to a black man that put on a dress?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That conversation to me it's silly, because it's a negative thing that is only in black people. When Robin Williams puts on a dress and is Mrs. Doubtfire, he gets nominated for an Oscar, and white people think it's brilliant. His community embraces him. When Dustin Hoffman puts on a dress in Tootsie and he wins an Oscar, he's labeled brilliant. When black people put on dresses, all of a sudden we're labeled by our own people like something negative. And I'm like, we did White Chicks. That's a classic movie. Mm-hmm. It's a classic. I don't care what nobody says. It's a classic.
Everyone says it's a classic.
That whole thing about, you put on a dress and you selling out, that is not an artist's mindset. When you're an artist, you go out and you create art.
Cassie has made her first public appearance after settling her lawsuit with Diddy, and she was out at Paris Fashion Week. People are saying that she looks really sad in this picture. I'll put the picture up on YouTube, but this is one picture. There's no video of her. There's a whole night. This is just a snapshot. I feel like she was just trying to look, fashionable and trying to look edgy, and then that's why she has this look on her face. I'm really happy that Cassie is out and about and doing her and living her life, man. Y'all leave Cassie alone. Kanye West. Wow, Kanye West is in the news twice today. Kanye West gets a new permanent mouth grill that costs $850,000. This mouthpiece looks super weird. It's not your typical grill. For those of you who can't see the picture that I'm putting up on YouTube, for those of you who are James Bond fans, if you know the James Bond villain Jaws, he used to bite people and kill them. So that's what it looks like. It looks like aluminum foil over his teeth. Why would you pay $850,000 for this? This is just crazy to me. Country Wayne says that Jess Hilarious needs to do something to step her career up because everybody keeps on asking about their relationship during her interviews. And he also says that he's a catch. Take a listen.
But I texted the other day, I said, Jess, man, and I got kind of petty. I said, you got to get more going on in your career so they can start bringing up my name in your interview. Wow. Because when I come, Netflix special, his book, this going on, that going on. We don't got to down each other. That's been 5 years ago. Right. If that's the main question in your interview, well, we got to put some work in. Right. Charlamagne asked one time, he said, how you lose Jess Hilarious? I said, how she lose Country Wayne? I'm the catch.
I will not stand for any Jess Hilarious slander. Jess Hilarious is part of the Breakfast Club family. Team Charlamagne, I am an honorable member of the Breakfast Club family, and I am a very small part of Team Charlamagne. So that is family right there. Country Wayne, watch yourself, bruh. Okay, this brings us now to quick news. Doja Cat accuses her brother of abuse and says he allegedly knocked her teeth out, and her mother is actually filing a restraining order. Imagine having to file a restraining order against your own son and your own brother. Man, shout out to Doja Cat. Kim Kardashian jumps on the latest TikTok trend, of course, and she totally killed it. Take a listen.
I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have all my magazine covers covering my walls. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have my mannequin with my custom measurements in my glam room. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have my beauty campaigns on loop on a big TV wall. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have a product shrine in my office.
A comedian has gone viral for naming her daughter Chlamydia. This is hilarious. Listen to the clip.
I don't really want her to change her name because, one, she's 4 years old, so really, does she really know if she wants to change her name? And two, Chlamydia is an absolutely beautiful name, and I don't understand why we wasted that name on an STD. Why couldn't we have named Chlamydia something like Lakeland or, some stupid name like that? I just don't get it.
People, she's a comedian. It's a joke. Relax. Tekashi 6ix9ine has been arrested in Dominican Republic for alleged domestic violence abuse. This guy is supposed to be in witness protection. He snitched on people in New York, and this guy is in DR now, abusing people. This is ridiculous. Young Miami and academics go back and forth online and have a heated exchange. These two are always going at each other. I don't understand what the beef is about.
You feel it everything in life.
Jeez. All right, we got some birthday shout outs. Happy birthday to Dwayne Wade. He turned 42 years old. Ray J, 46 years old. Little John, 53 years old. Maury turns 85 today. Shout out to Maury, hitting 85 years old. Muhammad Ali would have been 81 years old today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Muhammad Ali could have been alive still today. I mean, he only would have been 81 years old. That's still young. And Betty White would have turned 101 years old today. Shout out to the GOAT, Betty White. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace! For more Trend Out Loud content, you can follow us on all social platforms at Trend Out Loud, and you could subscribe, download, or listen to the Trend Out Loud podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, and you could watch us on YouTube. Go to signupexpert.com/Trent. Once you sign up for all betting apps and get all your bonuses and get all your rewards, go to your app store and download BetStamp and use promo code TOL.